Hey everybody. If you saw me go live a little bit ago, it was not acting like I was actually broadcasting, so I don't know if it actually went through or not, but it looks like we're good this time. I hope. So, it's been a little while. Let's see, over a week, I guess, since we started this 07-08 season, so sorry about the delay, but we will get back to it and finish out this season as well as the playoffs here. We are sitting at 42-3, which is one of the better records we've had in this 25-year adventure. Our three losses, the Bulls, Pistons, and Suns. We'll see where the next one falls in. I think we're just going to go ahead and get started. We'll look at the January awards here after this week since we're getting into February. Pretty sure we've already scouted all the real people, so at this point it's just going through the motions here. Well, we annihilated a couple of the teams. Chris Paul has been hurt for a little while, and now he's back. So we will go back to our normal lineup, I believe. See what that looks like. And that looks right. We'll maybe give Paul, take a minute away from Paul. GP can play another one, and maybe one more here as he comes back from his injury. He goes back to the sixth man role. And I think that will be what we go with for a little while. Let's go ahead and look at these stats. A couple blowouts over the Florida teams, but close win over the Nets. Started out with 14 win in Staples Center. Asia gets 21. Scoring's down a little bit based on what he was doing with the Kings. But this team has a lot more options than the Kings did. Kobe, 14-20. Garnett, Wade with a nice game. Gary Payton, 15 assists. Getting to play a few extra minutes with Chris Paul hurt. Here's the 5-point win. That's one of the better teams in the East. This time Wade leads the way. Shaq was 0 for 9. He's really having some rough games this year, more so than ever before, but it's also because he's the worst overall he's been ever before. He's now under 50% thanks to that game. Well, and maybe others, we'll see. Brandon Roy, 12 points off the bench. Jameer Nelson leads the team with 25. They got a nice core of a team here. 55 over the Magic should be fun to look at. Allen Iverson scored half their points. He also had 13 turnovers, which is, I think, the most I've ever seen in a simulated game. He's averaging more points than he ever has before. I did go through, shortly after the last broadcast, I went through and switched some tendencies around the league because I just couldn't stand to watch Greg Oden shoot a whole slew of threes. So hopefully he's not been doing that this week. Yeah, he was shooting like 4 to 5 a game, shooting just terrible percentages. He actually made 3 in one game somehow. He's 36 at them. I don't know how he made 3 of them. He's actually shooting 20%. I have no idea how that's even possible. But hopefully his field goal percentage will go up now that he's not shooting them. I did some other stuff too. His standing dunk tendency was, I believe, either 0 or 5. His post-up tendency, either post-up was 0 or standing dunk was 0. The other was 5. Either way, it's just ridiculous that 2K can't give some realistic tendencies to players that are actually on the game. Lots of guys in double figures in that one. Kobe and Wade at the top as usual. Here's 47 points over the Heat. Miller, Wallace, and McGrady. McGrady's still at 25, 24 and a half. Kobe gets to 30. Well, Shaq was 50% in both those games, so just the 0 for 9 is what kind of ruined him. Peyton in that start did not score. Alright, let's go see who won January awards. Whoops. Check this. Any transactions? Nobody's been fired yet. Jason Williams, I think, was already hurt. We got Wade and Kobe in the running for MVP, but LeBron's going to be pretty ridiculous, so he's probably going to win that. Rookie of the Year, Conley looks like he's going to have that one in the bag. CP3 is third and sixth man, so he got passed by Lou, I think, when he was hurt. Blazers got LeBron and Batty, and defensive player, most improved, looking like Rudy Gay, but there's some good options here, including former Pacer Chris Bosh. And our awards here, we got Iverson. Shane Battier got one last week. Player of the month goes to T-Mac and LeBron. Rookies, Horford for the second time, Conley for the third. And just a quick look at the mock draft. Pacers currently have 1, 2, 6, 8, 9, 10. Do we need 2-point guards? Rose and Westbrook? I don't know. Alright, let's go through this week here. Shaq has been injured. Maybe he'll come back better than ever. I think we get Aldridge in at the backup center now. Don't remember if I had a no Shaq lineup already. I feel like he got hurt earlier in the year. Let's see what this looks like. Nope, not it. So we'll just go with this, and then we'll switch those guys. We'll let CP3 have his minutes back. Howard's going to play a little more than what Shaq was. Probably do something like that. Let's do 32. And then we'll save that one. Alright, 19 over the Wizards, who have a winning record. Garnett, one of his better games in a while. Brandon Roy didn't miss a shot. Chris Paul's return, 9.7 assists on only 3 for 11 shooting. Rudy Gay gets 28. Jose Calderon, 22 and 15. What's that about? 22 over the Hawks, who are not great. Ersan leads the way, well, tied with Bosch and Lou. It's not a bad-looking team, but their record is not good. Kobe gets 30. This is the game Shaq got hurt in. He was 0 for 7. I assume that he's tired? No. I don't know what he's doing. It's interesting to look at this stuff. Maybe he's shooting too much from the left close where he's 35%. I don't know. I have no idea. That was against... Is Bosch the center? No, Horford is. Don't know. If he keeps doing terrible, I'm going to just ask for him to retire, please. Oh, this is the one he got hurt in. 4 for 7 is better. Dwight Howard came in. It was awesome. 3 for 3. Whoever AJ Joseph is, fake guy, getting 20 points for this terrible, terrible Kings team. Alright, let's see if I did training here. I did there. Looks good. Try to get a little recovery here after the back-to-backs. It's after the Lakers. Nothing. Sure. Actually, let's do a little injury rehab. Try to help Shaq get better. Alright. Four more wins. Beat the Wolves by 18. Not a great record. Wade and Kobe consistently at the top. Chris Paul 17 off the bench. Aldridge steps in and gets 13 points. Howard start kind of looks like a Howard bench game. Durant only shot once. Manu gets 33 points. Tony Allen got traded after we traded him. He's shooting really bad. 10 over the Knicks. They're terrible. Joe Johnson is not, though. D. Wade, 2 rebounds from a triple-double, only missed 2 shots. Dwight Howard did not miss a shot, 22 and 11. Paul almost gets a double-double. Kobe only had 10 points and fouled out. 30-point win over the Sixers, so one of the teams that beat us earlier, I think is what I said. And they've a pretty terrible record. Tony Parker, former Pacer, averaging 17 and 6. Kobe and Wade again at the top. Howard, another good start. Playing some extra minutes. Not sure why, but it's fine. 15 over the Magic, who are also awful. Nobody really broke out in this one. Peyton almost gets a double-double. He probably only has like 1 this year. He sure does. This is his last season, by the way, barring any weird change come the off-season. Iverson gets his 30. Keep moving. Shaq is back. Let's let him play. Let's see. He's been awful. Do it like that. Let Shaq kind of slowly get his minutes back. Take him out a little earlier. There. And there. Something like that. I don't know if I should rest him. I kind of feel like I should rest him anytime the second game in the back-to-back is away. Especially if it's a bad team like the Hawks and the Cavs. So I'm going to do that. Kind of want to see what his stamina is looking like. He still wants to extend. It says rested, but I'd rather keep him that way. Of course, that's gonna... Oh, did it work? Usually it like puts him back in if I don't take the minutes away. Maybe that's... Seems like something new. Alright, so we'll... so I take him out and now we lose. Here I was trying to help him. Just doesn't work out. Try it again here. I think I'll stop this after this week, but I really don't want him to just keep getting hurt. Alright, I'm gonna see, does this work still? Evidently. I could have sworn that if you don't take the minutes away from somebody you put on the injured reserve, or the inactive list, or whatever it's called, that it like plopped them back in there once you came to the rotation screen, but either I was wrong or that changed. Alright, well, we won that one. So we'll make that decision once we get to the Bulls, but for now, Shaq comes back in. Oh, I guess I can just load it. Give him 1 minute back. Whoops. Alright, let's see about this loss, but first the 22-point win over the awful Clippers. Shaq had a good game in that one, then we took him out. Well, he only had 3 rebounds, but Garnett and Howard combined 2 for 10. That's not great. Zach Randolph, former Pacer. Traded him at the deadline to get Grant Hill back for the 3rd time. They got a neat... Well, these 3 are something to have. And Jeff Green's only 21. They need to add another piece. For some reason, we lose to the Hawks. Desmond Mason gets 27 points. Jay Williams gets a double-double. Bosch gets 16. Horford gets 16. They play to everybody, so somebody must have gotten hurt. Hard to tell who. Kobe didn't have a great game. Wade didn't do all that much. Howard didn't rebound. We got out-rebounded by this team. So then come back and beat the Hornets, who are awful, by 12. Chris Paul with 12 assists. Al Harrington leads the way with 16. He's averaging over 20. Beat the Cavs by 15. This was the one without Shaq. Danny Granger gets 28 points. This team is really bad. D. Wade and Kobe. Howard 9 for 10 from the free throw line. Garnett shot awful but still got a double-double. Alright, and we will go up to the contract deadline here. More scouting to be done. Alright, some blowouts there. 14 over the Wizards, who are decent. Rudy Gay, 37. We got Mike Miller averaging 16. His first year on the Wizards. D. Wade, 1 rebound from a triple-double. He just can't get it. Well, he does have one. I can't remember if he already had that or if we're about to see it here in a minute. We'll see. Shaq again, awful, 2 for 9. Here's a 39-point win over the Heat. There's Shaq, 11 for 13. So I guess it averages out. 17 assists for Chris Paul. That has to be a record for most assists off the bench. Josh Smith almost got a double-double. T-Mac gets 29. What's Gerald doing? He's averaging 14 and 8. 28 over the Lakers. That's a pretty big win. He didn't have a triple-double, but he did have 43 points and shot a really good percentage. Paul, 24, 5, and 10 off the bench. He is trying to get Sixth Man of the Year. I don't think he's going to do it, but he has a chance. I really don't know what's wrong with Shaquille O'Neal. Sheed gets 22. He's been super consistent, 16, 17 points over the last 6 years. Well, pretty much his career, except for his second year, which is 20. Alright, well, I know I'm not extending Shaq right now because he's still got another year. Gary Payton will re-sign. Oh my gosh, it doesn't say he's retiring anymore. What happens? When do they change their minds? He said it was his last year. Okay, well, I don't know what to do. Because if I don't re-sign him and he doesn't retire, I probably won't be able to sign him because I'll be likely at the hard cap. But also, he's not doing all that much anymore. He's still a really good defender. Per 36, his assists are still high. But if we are going to have just one top 2 pick, getting Derrick Rose or Russell Westbrook, and we already have Chris Paul, who's about to be the best point guard in the league, and Rondo, I think if Peyton wants to keep playing, he can play one season outside of Indianapolis, if that's his wish. So, no GP. Alright, we did, I think, yeah, we did up to that one. Now we need to do this. Actually, if I have 3 days, I'm going to do conditioning. Whoops. Light. Raptors, Bulls, do some recovery. The Jazz are pretty awful. Sure. By the Bulls again. We did lose to them once, so let's do study film and then a little scrimmage to see if we got it right. Mavericks. Alright, get through these 2 days. Would you like to stop? No. And then we'll see the awards here and anything that happened. Still no firings. Interesting. A couple more out for seasons, including Mike Dunleavy, who's been a very consistent player for the Raptors. Not, well, consistent, yes, shooting, but not in a good way. Orion Green, who is one of the, 6 real people on the Kings team, so that's even worse. Now Chris Paul is in the MVP voting. He plays 26 minutes a game off the bench. I'm not sure what's happening, just because his overall is 89. He started 3 games. I don't know why he's in the MVP voting, but Gilbert Arenas is also up here. Rookie of the Year, Conley's hurt, so it's giving a chance for other guys to catch up. 6th man, Paul goes back into 2nd. So how is he 5th in MVP but 2nd and 6th man? That doesn't make sense. Luke Ridnour in Seattle, it's fun to see. Defensive player. Batier's still at the top. Most improved, Rudy's still at the top. Tyrese Thomas is hurt. Got some awards here. Iverson, Kidd, Johnson, Wade got one. Yao, LeBron, Player of the Month, Iverson and Yao. Rookies, Odin gets it for the first time, and Conley for the Clippers. I am curious just to see. I want to see the split stats. Oh, I went to the Blazers, but he's on the Magic. Oops. Greg Oden. He's up to 36%. Let's see. Three, so now he's... Okay, he's still shooting some for some reason. Maybe it's their scheme. But he shot 48% in the month of February, so that is a huge improvement because he stopped shooting threes. He's not scoring anymore, but also shooting less. That's interesting, since Iverson just shoots all kinds of shots. They only have two guys in double figures. Alright, continuing on here. Hopefully we can beat the Bulls. Do I rest Shaq? They're a winning team, so I'm not going to. If anything, I should probably rest him against the Jazz. I'm going to go to here and see if he's tired. It says he is. So let's take him out. Got to do this little dance a little while. Alright, who else can we... At least we've got days off in between the next game, so we can go at least the next week without taking him out. I do feel like Howard should probably start getting more minutes more consistently because Shaq is struggling. There's a 50-point win, but we started by beating them by 37 at home. Kobe with 34. Josh Smith was 1 for 7. Garnett didn't score. Nene with 17 and 1 rebound. Barely beat the Bulls in Chicago. We got Paul Pierce, 32. Dirk with 19. Kobe, nice stat line there. Wade was good. Shaq gets a double-double. A 2010 double-double. Durant 1 for 5. Paul 0 for 5. Then we beat the Jazz by 21. Kobe with 32. Howard in his start gets a double-double. Durant didn't score. Nick Young got 34 points. He's averaging 17 as a rookie. Whoops, I went past. 38 is his career high, so he was 4 off of it. This team needed some scoring, and I guess Nick Young does get up the shots. I didn't even look at the pace. Yes, I did. Okay. 50-point win. At home, Wade, Kobe, and Howard all over 20. Kobe and Howard with double-doubles. Shaq was good. He's now almost back to 50%. Chris Paul double-double. Sean Marion this time gets 24. Alright, I think we're good through. I'll just go ahead and do it since I'm in here, I guess. Got to get ready for the Pistons since they beat us earlier in the year. So let's do that. Alright, Bulls, Mavs, and Celtics. We lose to the Bulls again. I don't know why. Well, Paul Pierce and Dirk Nowitzki are why, but whoop on the Mavericks and beat the Celtics. So 15 points. How much did we lose? We lost by 18 before. That was at home, and this was in Chicago. So we're hoping not to face the Bulls in the playoffs, it seems. But there's a pretty good chance we do. This time it wasn't just Pierce and Dirk, it was also Iguodala, who's averaging career high now. Wade was only 5 for 16. Shaq was only 3 for 10. Didn't do well from the free throw line, had 17 turnovers. Not a good game. Bounced back against the Mavs, though. Ben Gordon. Scoring's down a little bit, but Pau Gasol, that's... Although he's not scoring a whole bunch, getting a lot of rebounds, though. Mike Bibby was an addition last year. Pretty good team. Wade was better in that one. Gary Payton, a rare double-digit outing. Shaq only shot 4 times. Celtics are good. Beat them by 13. Garnett. Pretty good. Not huge scoring from anybody, but good game. Stephen Jackson averaging a career high 19 points in his first year with Boston. Stackhouse back with Boston. It's at 18. They lost Michael Redd. Peterson was their second scorer. Now he's third, I guess. Keep on rolling here. Well, I was about to say I probably should have taken Shaq out for that last game, but it wasn't him that got hurt. It was KG. And I don't know if I have a no KG lineup, but I think Josh Smith's going to be starting. Oh, I guess I realized I don't have to do this anymore. But let's load the no KG lineup and see what it is. Looks like it might be right. Except I think we had Chris Paul at 24, or 26 I mean, and Shaq should not have quite that many. I'm curious, so Aldridge has been good when he's played in 15 games. Smith has been awesome. I guess that's probably fine. Alright, let's check out this 51-point win over the Nets. So one of the better teams in the league there, getting whooped on. Kobe and Shaq lead the way. Brandon Roy got 11 in 10 minutes. 40-point win over the Knicks. This time it's Kobe and CP3. Or he's CP1 on this team, right? Because D Wade's number 3. Shaq just goes back and forth between like 20 points and single digits over and over again. Kenyon Martin upping his scoring a bit this year. 25 over the Hawks, so that's our revenge from our previous loss. that one was in Atlanta, and this one was at home. Kobe and Paul, Wade, Shaq, other than his free throws, was alright. We got Williams. Bosch was 3 for 16. Lou was 3 for 18, so that's tough. We didn't get Desmond Mason scoring 30 points on us this time. 14 over the Wizards. Rudy Gay. Bargnani in his second year is averaging 19. Kobe double-double. Paul double-double. Garnett 4 for 14. Alright, I know I did up to the Pistons. Did I do? I think I did that one. Let's do a little conditioning there. Lots of team systems going on. Okay, we're going to get ready for the Bulls again. Alright, can we finish off March? I don't think we're going to rest Shaq for any of these, although we've really whooped on the Heat the last 2 times we played them. But we have days off in between, so hopefully he'll be okay. Probably need to look at how many games are left too. We need to start resting people across the board. Garnett is back, we'll leave it. And then we'll get him back in here. So we have how many games left? 5? Oh, well, now's the time probably to rest people. So, I want to see how many games people have missed. Garnett's missed quite a few, so he'd be a candidate to just rest completely, although he's really mad for some reason. Huh. I don't remember him being that mad last year, and he's not shooting quite as much. He's also under 50%, barely, for the first time in a while. So he's at least going to lose minutes because he's coming back from injury. Peyton's super old, but he has missed a couple games. Shaq, we've already been resting. We need to see where Kobe and Wade are in the MVP stuff. Ooh. There's no way. I mean, looking at the stats, there's no way LeBron doesn't win this, right? Somehow Paul is still in this. Jason Richardson snuck in there. Oh, man. So I don't really want to take minutes away from people who are battling for, like, All-NBA honors and stuff. Shaq for sure can lose some. And do we just take... I think we give Rondo some more minutes. just start with that. And then we'll bench Garnett soon enough. 11 man. Let's finish this week so we can look at the stats first. 15 over the really good Nuggets, who've been a really consistently good team in the West. Steve Nash, 30 points. He's averaging 18 and 9. That's amazing. He's also shooting 50% from downtown. They've got Marbury as well. Beat the Pistons by 26 at home. Chris Paul leads the way with 24. Shaq gets 20. Seems like when he gets 20, he usually doesn't get many rebounds, but also had 4 blocks. Durant was 0 for 5. He's still super happy with his 13 minutes off the bench. He got to start like one game, didn't he? Oh, yeah. We'll see if we can sneak him in. Probably not over Kobe and Wade, but Jason Kidd. Just a double-double machine here. Didn't get to 100 here against the Heat, but still won by 26. Thaddeus Young, rookie year, looking pretty good. 24 points. Andre Miller was 1 for 10. They shot 33%. Kobe 23. Shaq 2 for 10 for some reason. Alright, let's get through this game with this new lineup and then we'll take a look again. 34 over the Bucks. Shaq 7 for 8. So he's at 50%. It's like I kind of want to rest him right now. So he stays over 50% on the year. Kevin Durant got 9. Chris Paul 2 for 11. Rondo came in and made his shooting percentage even worse. Oh boy. For the Bucks, J.R. Smith leads the way, gets his average. Alright, did I do the rest? I got up to the Sixers. So let's just do... Yeah, that's fine. Alright, 4 games left. And it's against the pretty good Raptors. Not so good, really good, not so good. Well, I think Garnett's going to be the guy maybe that loses the most minutes. Actually, I want to see, do either of these guys have issues? He looks pretty good. So I'd like Aldridge to be able to play. Maybe here. Grant Hill doesn't really need to play. I think Durant can... Maybe nobody should be playing 10 minutes there. Alright, we'll do that. That. So get them down to 33. We can probably even take one away from Howard here. Let's try that for the next game. We are now 12-man. Oh, we can look at the awards now. Anybody get fired? Okay, we finally had some firings. Sidney Moncrief fired by the Clippers. Hornets, Knicks, Bucks. We'll see how many of these guys got signed by the other. Clippers hired Augustine. Hornets hired Hall. Warwick. So no. The Bucks, I'm pretty sure they promoted Herb Williams last season too, but then somehow he comes back as an assistant. I'm not sure what they do when they sign coaches. Lee Nalon really randomly got signed. I guess they had too many injuries at small forward or something. Weird for there to be a signing so late in the year. Al Horford tore his ACL, so his rookie season is done. Ronnie Brewer's hurt. Anthony Johnson's hurt. T-Mac broke his leg. We got Wade, Kobe, Paul, second, third, fourth. Now it's Melo in fifth. Conley still leading the way. Rookie of the year, sixth man. Paul falls back to third. Interesting. Pau Gasol jumps up to three, and defensive player and Jermaine is in fifth. Most improved, JJ Barea passed Rudy Gay. His percentage is awful. He is playing a lot more. But Rudy Gay, I feel like, has improved more overall. And honestly, Al Jefferson makes a pretty good case as well. And season awards. Iverson with a couple more. Gilbert, Manu got one. Kobe gets one for the Pacers. March Player of the Month, Kidd and LeBron. Rookies, Horford and Gasol. Alright, and we are looking at 18 games above the Nets. And the Rockets are even worse than the Nets, but they have just about clinched the number one seed in the West. If you want to see what their team looks like, they added Michael Redd to the already powerful scoring of Carmelo. The Clippers are really bad. Worst in the league. We're hoping we have their pick. Let's go find out. We do. We've got Clippers, Bucks, and Magic, all terrible teams. Kings, Hawks, Cavs. So we've got, looks like 6 in the top 10. That's fun. Let's get through this Raptors game now. 26 points over the Raptors. Sean Marion again leads the team. Kobe 2 boards away from a triple-double. Made all 3 of his threes. Shaq 16 and 4. Paul 13 and 10. Alright, so I think this was one of the, not a great team. So, and this is on the road. We're going to bench Shaq for this one. And maybe the rest of the season. We need Aldridge. Oops. We'll see how much Noah can play. Let's see, let's do Smith there. Noah comes in. Aldridge comes back in. This needs to be Aldridge. Howard should probably play more than that. Really, Noah probably doesn't need to play in the second half. Let's try that. I think I'm going to just confirm that I'm not going to play Shaq the rest of the season here. We're still 12 man, alright. Ooh, 39 over the Wolves. Andrew Bynum, 20 and 9. Corey Maggette, thankfully not in the days of averaging 25 a game anymore, but only because they added Manu and Bynum's becoming a bit more of a scorer. Wade double-double, KG double-double. Joakim Noah, is that his first game? It looks like it. His first game of his career, 2 points, 3 boards, an assist, and 2 blocks, all in 7 minutes. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, I think Garnett is also going to get benched now, because he is another guy that's been hurt for quite a few games. So let's get Smith, Aldridge, and Aaron McKee gets to be active. Does Peyton say he's retiring again? No, he sure doesn't. He's another guy that probably shouldn't be playing. So let's start Paul. Rondo's going to play a lot. And we'll let KG be active. I kind of wish they gave you the option to just play or have 12 people active, but we're going to hope nobody gets hurt or fouls out and puts Kevin Garnett in the game when I don't want him to be. Paul starts. Rondo's the backup. Whoops. Smith starts. Aldridge is already the center. No, Aldridge is the power forward, let's say. Noah's the center. And let's go from there. Chris Paul. .25 is still not quite even what he was playing before. I don't think. Alright, and then Rondo gets all of these. The other thing we can do is Wade could play a little point guard and let Durant maybe play some more somehow. More here. That doesn't help Durant. Is that the only place where that really works? We could do it. Try something here. That would make McKee play. Or Hill. Let Hill play. Kobe can play a little more shooting guard. That's fine with me. If it helps Durant get minutes. Rondo's not been impressive, so. Alright, then this has to be Aldridge because this is Noah. Aldridge at 24, Smith at 24. Do 26 and 22. Noah's at 21. I guess we could do one there. Don't mind Joakim getting to play a bit more. I took a minute away from Roy with that flip-flopping of Durant. I think that's okay, though. Alright, so now KG and Shaq take a seat. We've got really good defense now up front in the starting lineup. We are now 11 man instead of 12. And see if we can beat the Bulls. We do, barely, by 5. Nobody got 20, but Brandon Roy loses a minute and gets like a season high. No, because he got 28 in a game earlier. He got to start 3 games, forgot about that. Durant looks pretty good. Rondo has one of his better games when he's gotten to play. Dirk and Iggy. Paul Pierce only had 12, shot pretty bad. Alright, and for the final game, what do we want to do? We want to check the awards. Oh, now I've got 4. Now Kevin Garnett's in there. What is happening? These 12-point guys. But if LeBron doesn't win, I don't know what's wrong with 2K because his stats are ridiculous. He's not going to win 6-man, so really I don't have any hope, I don't think. I mean, yes, Kobe won the MVP when he was in second once before when LeBron was leading, but they were much closer in stats than they are here. Kobe's legitimately not beating him in anything, and Wade's only beating him in assists, and barely. So, I mean, the Blazers aren't as good, if that matters that much. So all that to say, I can probably take another minute from each. Whoops. Here. Is that good enough? Probably. Sure. Alright, let's simcast this thing so we can look at the stats after. Up by 9 at the end of the first, up by 18 at halftime, up by 19, win by 25, or I did not do my math right. 9, 18, 27, 33. Alright, pretty good way to finish out. Josh Smith gets a career high 30 points in the last game of the year. Durant gets a career high 23 points. Makes all 10 of his free throws. Wade still manages to get 21. Kobe only with 12, but that's alright. Got 9 boards, 7 assists. Howard was good. Aldridge 11 points, close to his career high. Paul just off a double-double. Roy was not great in that one, 2 for 9. Joakim, Grant Hill got to play his 4 minutes. For the Sixers, not much going on with them. Alright, LeBron gets MVP for the 3rd time. Now back-to-back. Rookie of the Year goes to Mike Conley, who was the 5th pick. 6-man goes to Mo Williams. That is back-to-back for him. Averaged a little more points and assists in 3 more minutes Only started 2 games. Craziness. Defensive player goes to Shane Battier. He's done that a few times, I think, now. Oh, no. He didn't get it last year. Okay, well, first time for Shane Battier. Congrats. Most improved goes to JJ freaking Barea, who was a second-team All-Rookie last year. Coach of the Year, Billy Cunningham, 13th time. Executive of the Year is the Nets exec, Ryan Johnson. On to the All-NBA, Allen Iverson, 6th-time first-teamer. Baron Davis with his first. He was second team for the first time last year. What did he do? 19 points, 9 assists. Iverson ended up with 33. LeBron is almost every year, right? 4 first-teamers and 1 second team as a rookie. Wait, yeah. Carmelo, his second time as a first-teamer. And Yao, back-to-back now as a first-teamer. He averaged 24 and 12. Melo is 24 and 8. So Sonic's got 2. None for the Pacers. Here's a Pacer with Kobe, but first we got Gilbert, 23 and 6. He's a second teamer for the 3rd time. He was a first teamer a few years ago. Joe Johnson, first time making it to the second team. He was 3rd team last year. Kobe, second teamer for the first time. He was a first teamer the last 2 years. Ended up averaging 22, 5, and 5. Steal and a half. Shot 50, 40, 90. Not just 50, 40, 90, but 53, 44, 96. Played almost as much as last year. Only missed 1 game. Got 5 double-doubles. And he's very happy about it. Al Harrington averaged 20 and 10. Is All-NBA for the first time. He made the All-Star team this year and last year. Pau Gasol, All-NBA for the second time, but first time on the second teamer. 3rd team is Kidd. That's the first time he's down to there. He's a 10-time first teamer and 2-time second teamer. Vince Carter, his 3rd time as a 3rd teamer. Chris Bosh, first time as All-NBA. Tim Duncan on 3rd team for the 2nd time. And Amari is an All-NBA for the 2nd time, but first on the 3rd team. 22 and 11 for him. Duncan got 18 and 11. Bosch 18 and 9. Carter averaged a career high 23 and a half points. And Kidd 17 and a half, almost 7 boards and 10 assists. All right, all defense, Battier, second time first teamer. Iggy, 3 straight years first team. LeBron, 3-time. Artest, this is the first time Artest makes an all-defensive team. Wow. And Ben Wallace with his second first team. On the second team, we got Allen Iverson. We do get to see 5-time second teamer. Baron Davis, 5-time second teamer. Kenyon Martin, second time on the second team. Wallace, second. Gasol, first. All right, all-rookie team, we got the 5th pick, Conley, 11th pick, Yi Jianlian, 8th pick, Marc Gasol, 4th pick, Stuckey, and 7th pick, Jeff Green. On the second team, Greg Oden, the 3rd pick, ended up shooting almost 40%. All right. Thaddeus, the 10th pick, Horford, Doris ACL, was the 2nd pick, Nick Young, 6th, Splitter, 14th. So Durant couldn't beat out some of these guys because he only played 13 minutes a game, but that's what happens on the super team. We will play the Wizards. Unfortunately, might play the Bulls in the 2nd round. Not good. But first, let's get the right people into the ball game. McKee is not active, and Noah's not active. And then we'll start with this. I am curious just as we get through this. So McKee ended up not playing a game, and he has announced his retirement. I should have given him some minutes. Oops. Noah had evidently a really bad game there at the end. Rondo only shot 38%. Got in not quite as many games as he did as a rookie, actually. He's still very happy about it. Grant Hill, not super happy. We got him at the trade deadline. He played in those last two games, only 4 minutes. Brandon Roy averaged a little, well, about the same minutes. Got to play in every single game, started 3 of them. And per 36, 20 points per game almost. Aldridge, per 36, 16, and 8. Got to play a little more per game, and way more games, but still only 22. But he was okay with it. Durant as a rookie, per 36, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Crazy stat line if I give him the ball more, let him play more. He got to start one game, played in every single one. We got Josh Smith, who we got to figure out if we're giving him a extension or not, or well, matching, I guess, whatever offer comes his way. Josh Smith, 10, 4.5 rebounds, played 20 minutes per game. And the first year where he was in the rotation and played every game, got to start 15 of them. Pretty good breakout year for Josh Smith. Dwight Howard could be happier, but 11 and 8 boards. Didn't play quite as much because Shaq wasn't hurt quite as much. Shot 66% again. Played in every game, started only 12 this time, 16 double-doubles. Chris Paul, in his third year, 13 points, almost 9 assists. Almost shot 40% from downtown. Played a little more per game. Missed some games with injury. Started 5 of them, but got a career-high 15 double-doubles. What is he at threes? He's 76 at threes, so 39% is really good. Shaq ended up 12 and 7. Did cut him off at 50%, thankfully. Played the same amount per game as last year, and played twice as many games, but had 3 fewer double-doubles, so that's kind of rough to see. But he is on the decline for sure. KG, the only mad person on the team, averaged 12 and 9 in 30 minutes after averaging 19 off the bench last year. He started every game he played, got 24 double-doubles. So, don't know what more he wants. Kobe we already looked at. Wade, about the same scoring, about the same stat line, really, in 2 more minutes. So his per 36 is actually down. But he missed only 3 games, got a career-high 10 double-doubles. And finally, Gary Payton. Hopefully he retires, but we'll see. 5 points, 6 assists, 22 minutes per game. Only missed 5 games, only had 1 double-double. Alright, now we gotta figure out what we're doing. I think for this first series, we probably should not play Shaq or KG as much because they're coming in cold. Maybe something like that. I gotta remember who's on the Wizards. Well, I don't have to remember because I'm about to go look, but you're 10-man. They have no injuries. They've got Antonio McDyess, who is not what he once was. But he's not a three-point shooter, so we can at least do that. Raymond Felton, Ricky Davis, Rudy Gay, who was almost most improved player, Andrea Bargnani is a three-point shooter. I'd rather Garnett guard him, probably. Keep Shaq in the middle. Shaq can guard Ben Wallace. Let him pretty much do whatever he wants. Mike Miller is a three-point specialist. Jose, Foyle, Keith Bogans, Bobby Simmons, Brian Cardinal, Knockbar. Alright, I think we're just going to go here and see what happens in game one. Is a victory by 20. Wade with 27, Shaq with 20, Kobe 19, Roy was 5 for 5, Paul a double-double. Garnett still played his normal 29 minutes for some reason. Peyton 0 for 4. So I don't see anybody I necessarily need to change. I hope Smith can play the 2 minutes that Garnett stole from him. Mike Miller still went off for 6 3-pointers. Bargnani was good at him too. Ben Wallace, we held to 5 rebounds and 1 block. Alright, let's go make sure nothing happened. Looks like nothing happened. Alright, game 2 is a victory by 1 point in overtime, and the team was led by Brandon Roy's 17 points. That's pretty random. Kobe only had 16. Wade only had 12, but didn't miss a shot, but also didn't get to the free throw line. Peyton was pretty rough from the field. We couldn't stop Bargnani, so maybe I don't want to have Garnett on him. Ben Wallace again only had 8 rebounds. Felton 5 for 17, but a whole lot of assists. Maybe I put Dwight Howard on Bargnani? Alright, says Garnett's 87. Where's Howard? 97. Let's try that. And seems like Peyton is struggling, so give another minute to CP3. I can't call him that. He's number 1. CP1. Alright. In DC, we do win by 15. Rudy Gay just continues to score. This time it was Felton with... Is he good at threes? Not good percentage. He's 78 at them. So I shouldn't have to guard him tight. Ben Wallace just isn't getting rebounds for some reason. 1 for 8 Calderon. We at least didn't let Mike Miller get a whole bunch of threes. Dwayne Wade 25. Garnett big game. Shaq only 3 for 9. Maybe we take a minute away from him as well. here in Game 4. No injuries. Let's do that. Split Shaq and Howard's minutes at center. Alright, Game 4. We get the sweep, but so did the Bulls, the Bobcats, the Nets, and the Spurs. So the Eastern Conference, a complete sweep. I'm for sure I've never seen that before. Okay. Well, it was only an 11-point win. We did not blow them out ever. 20 in the first game, okay. 1 in overtime, then 15 and 11. So it was never like out of hand. Rudy we finally held down to 15 points, but this time it was Ricky Davis with 21. D-Wade 29. Durant 14 points in 12 minutes. Chris Paul got 18. 11 and 11 for Shaq. 2 for 8. Josh Smith's not good. 6 for 15. Alright, and we're on to the Bulls, who beat us twice and have Paul Pierce and Dirk Nowitzki. I'm kind of scared. So we're outscoring them by 12, out-rebounding them by 4. Assists are nowhere close. Field goal percentage, 5 better percent, and threes they're actually better, because that is not what I'm known for here in this team. Alright. Gary Payton shooting 8% for the series. Shaq's amazing compared to what he did in the season. Kobe's alright. Smith's fine. Howard's alright. Paul's amazing. Garnett not so much. Roy's 60%. D-Wade is amazing. Maybe D-Wade should play some more. Seems like D-Wade should play some more. And it should be instead of... Well, Roy was shooting like 60%, but it pretty much has to come from him, it seems. So let's go there. And I don't know what to do about Gary Payton. We're just going to hope his defense is still good. We'll go ahead and let Paul play this one too. Alright, who are we having guard these guys? They got Dang, 13 points. They got Iggy at 15. He's 85 overall. Dirk needs to be guarded probably by Garnett. Farmar, Paul Pierce. Josh Smith would be an interesting matchup on Pierce. Where is... Dwayne Wade's 84, so maybe I just do automatic. And see what happens. Nick Collison should not be a threat. Nor should Sean Bradley. Nor should Eric Dampier. We got Derek Fisher. Flip. Brent Berry doesn't play. Rush, Mason. Alright, well, I guess we'll just do a game and see. I'm not sure if Iggy can shoot or not. Whether I should guard him tight. But we've got the Rockets possibly going to sweep the Suns. They do. And then the Blazers. LeBron gets the Blazers past the Lakers. And the Nuggets get past the Mavericks. That's not surprising. All right, game one against the Bulls. This might be interesting. We did win. And it's by 36, so surprising blowout. Wade and Garnett were 20 of 28 combined. Shaq was also really good. Kobe was not, but he didn't have to be. He was the only one who didn't shoot well. Well, besides Gary Payton. But technically that 1-for-4 game raised his field goal percentage for the playoffs, so I won't complain. Was not Pierce or Nowitzki leading the team. Well, dang. So Iggy is 33%, 80 at threes. I think we'll just leave it automatic on him. Dampier was 0 for 6. Keep on shooting, Eric. All right. No injuries. Go ahead and do game 2. Victory by 22. Kobe and Shaq. Garnett 7 for 9, so he's shooting amazing in this series. Gary Payton got 10 assists and actually shot a good percentage, only 3 shots, but still. Durant got 15 points in 13 minutes. So now Pierce gets his 24 to lead the team. Derek Fisher at 18. Dirk only played 29 minutes. Don't know why. Did he get hurt? Oh, he is hurt. Sore left hand. Okay. Icky was 2 for 8. Alright. We'll just try that. Now in Chicago, we lose by 8. Thanks to the first half, we lost by 10 in the first and the second. We're down by 20 at halftime. Oh boy. So Dirk gets hurt and scores 33 points. Is he still hurt? No. So he came back before we simulated, I guess. Wade and Kobe were good. Garnett was fine. Paul 3 for 9. 0 for 7 Josh Smith. So you just lost your couple minutes to Garnett. Although Garnett fouled out in that one. Let's go check out the stats just for this round. So Smith and Roy are struggling from the field, but so is Chris Paul. So maybe we just go ahead and give Peyton his minute back wherever that was. I think it was here. We can probably give, if Roy is struggling, let's do some Kevin Durant time. Play a long stretch there. Garnett can get a minute back there and there, which is where I think I took them from. Kobe can actually probably play one there. I'll go ahead and save this. Alright, so Roy goes down to 9 minutes. We'll see if KD can have a good game here against the Bulls. Hopefully, we gotta win one on the road, guys. We did. Only by 5. It's a defensive game, it looks like. Dirk got his 27. Pierce was bad. Fisher was bad. We might need to look at the matchup on Dirk again. He did have 6 turnovers, though. Iggy fouled out. Wade and Kobe. Kobe missed out on a couple of his minutes, but Wade got a few extra, so hopefully that's not an injury. Shaq was 0 for 7. That makes a lot of sense. Some weird stuff going on. We got out-rebounded a little bit. No injuries. Well, if we're back home, I say Kobe Bryant plays 38 minutes. And if Shaq's going to be awful, we can give Howard one of those back. Oops, and then I want to see. So Dirk, I've got Garnett on him. Their centers are Bradley and Dampier, so I feel like if I put Howard on him, I'm okay. Where is Dwight Howard? There he is. Let's try that. Let's try that. Alright, we got 2-2 matchups everywhere else. We beat them, finish it off at home, an 18-point win. Wade gets 31, Garnett 20. Kobe wasn't great. Paul double-double. Alright. And Dirk was much worse. Who knows if it had anything to do with what I did, but I like to believe it did. Alright, Rockets, Nuggets, and Nets all took a 3-2 lead. There were no injuries. I'm probably rooting for the Bobcats because I think we lost to the Nets this year. And it's the Nets. Alright. Of course it is. Well, they don't have Jameer Nelson, and Elton Brand is also injured. They're a better rebounding team so far. They're scoring almost as much. Percentage is not quite up there. They've lost 1 on the road and 1 at home. Oh boy. I think we are going to go back to what I had there. Whoops. We'll do 36 and 36. And Garnett gets his minutes back. Alright. And now, Jameer is hurt. Ray Allen is probably going to be covered by Gary Payton when he's in the game. Terry is also a good one for Gary Payton. Do I put Dwayne Wade on him or maybe automatic? What is Wade's defense? 84. Yeah, I'm going to put Payton on Allen. We'll leave Terry, but guard him tight. Sean Williams. Marcus Camby is not a shooter. Boozer. Bonzi is evidently a 3-point shooter. Brand is going to be guarded. I'm going to go ahead and put Howard on him. When they're in together, Dwight Howard will guard him. Speedy Claxton, Lorenzen Wright. Don't need to worry about him, hopefully. Jarrett Jack, Keith Van Horn, Josh Howard. How many players are on this team? Fake guy. Alright. Well, gotta get. So it's Rockets Nuggets. So the 1 and 2 seeds for each side make it to the conference finals. Carmelo, Michael Redd, and Caron Butler's Rockets, and then it's Steve Nash and Stephon Marbury and Glenn Robinson and a few other people on the Nuggets. Let's see, game 1 against the Nets is a loss in overtime by 6. Kobe did what he could. Howard was, I don't know what he did. He got 2 rebounds. I don't know what's up with that. 21 points, though. Garnett was great. Wade could have shot maybe a little better. Shaq pretty awful. It's not a bad-looking game offensively, but 20 turnovers, I guess that counts as a bad game offensively. They had 24 turnovers, though. Ray Allen was not to be stopped. Boozer got 24. Terry got 23. So I guard them tight at threes, and they go combined 11 for 13. Camby, I guess we shouldn't be guarding off of him because he went off for a crazy game. It was not Elton Brand, and this is without Jameer Nelson. So I think Terry's starting at point guard. It looks like. They shot 61% from the field and from threes. Oh boy. Well, whatever we did to Camby was bad. We'll just do automatic. Maybe we do automatic on Ray Allen as well, because that'll be Dwayne Wade guarding him. Let's put Gary Payton on Terry and see if that does anything. Oh boy. I guess Boozer probably needs to be... that. Alright, let's just try it again. I'm going to simcast to see where things go wrong. Looks like the first quarter did not get off to a good start, but we came back and took the lead. If you win every quarter, it's a pretty good sign, but we're not going to win the fourth. We won by 13. Wade and Kobe. Wade got 4 steals. KG only 4 for 12. Shaq 6 points, 4 rebounds. Well, Allen and Terry were much worse from downtown. It seemed, looking at this, it looks like we should have won by a lot more. Elton Brand fouled out, and so did Camby. He was about to have a whole lot of rebounds. Okay. We held them to a much worse percentage, but we also didn't shoot a great one. The Nuggets won game 1. Shaq and Peyton are shooting poorly. Chris Paul's hurt. He got poked in the eye, it says. That's fun. They're about to get Nelson back probably pretty soon. Even if he is poked in the eye, we probably go ahead and let him play those minutes. And probably give Kobe the 38 we did there at the end of the last series. Simcast again. This one will be in Jersey. Alright, first quarter again was a slow start, but second quarter, lots of points put on the board. Third quarter's better defense, and fourth is tied, but alright, that was more comforting. 26-point win. Boozer leads the way. Ray Allen only 4 for 18. Jason Terry didn't shoot a 3. Alright. KG 25. Shaq second on this list. Kobe only 6 for 15. Chris Paul still had a good game with his eye injury. And we shot 10% better than them. Had the ball a whole lot more. Still poked in the eye. Alright, we will stick with that. Rockets Nuggets are tied up over there. Now Gary Payton is hurt. I didn't see that. We can give Paul that one. Unless he can't play. His scoring's down, but he doesn't really do that anyway. Lateral quickness is kind of important. Oh, so is speed. Alright, he is not going to play. We're probably going to play Dwayne Wade at a lot of point guard and go 9-man because Rondo was not very good in the season. Give Durant and Roy more minutes. Actually, let's do this. If we want to go 9-man, it has to be always Paul or Wade in. And this needs to be Roy. Alright, I'm not crazy about this little 2-minute thing here, but do that. Still a 2-minute thing for Roy, but whatever. $33 seems pretty good, but he needs to be in there. Or maybe we need to do that. Actually, let's do... So Durant's isn't so long. It's still 9 minutes, which is pretty long. So Roy gets up to 19, Durant's 17. We're going to save this as no GP and see how it goes. So then we can load it in the matchup. 9. We gotta go load it over here. There's a chance he comes back before we even have to play a game, but might just have him set out anyway. Okay. And then we need to probably not have Rondo on, or Peyton on Terry. We'll just go auto, I guess, and see how it goes. Chris Paul is back. Leave as is. Alright. Up by 3 after a no defense first quarter. Up by 8 at halftime. Oh yeah, third quarter was beautiful. Second half is beautiful. Outscored them by 21 to get a 29-point win. Ray Allen got 25. Camby got 22. Over 20 for the second time in this series. Kobe Bryant got 38 though. Dwayne Wade 20 and 10. Chris Paul 18 and 15. Howard a big 15 points. Shaq landed 9 but 15 rebounds. And Kevin Garnett fouled out in 20 minutes. Brandon Roy got 15 points and Durant 10, so they both got in double figures with their added minutes. We shot 60% in this game. Good stuff. Alright, Peyton will probably be back. Now Jason Terry is hurt, but they're both about to be back. I'm leaning on leaving him down there. No, I mean he's 85 overall. He should play. He will just play less. Let's go with 19. And then we had Kobe. And White. We're back to 10-man. I guess let's just save that, because that's pretty much what my new playoff lineup is. Now we just gotta do it for the Nets. They still show day-to-day. I gotta put Peyton in. Alright, and that needs to be 10 maiden. There we go. I'm just going to sim it. We don't need simcast to win. Let's go. Yeah. 11-point win. Wade and Kobe again over 20. Garnett nice. Smith nice. Peyton comes back at 6 points. Ray, Brand, and Boozer, because they don't have Nelson and Terry. Got Camby down here with 4, though, so he's super all over the place. But we're going to go on to face either the Rockets or the Nuggets. It helped that they were missing, they had injured players throughout that series. Alright, Nuggets take a 3-2 lead. Tied up. Let's simcast and see what happens. Rockets up by 1. Ooh, 3-point game at halftime. Is it something we could jump in and watch? Doesn't look like it. Definitely not. Nuggets win. And they are to the finals for the second time in the last 4 years. Or sorry, this will be the third time in the last 5 years. Because this year's not on there yet. But back to back, we swept them last year. We'll see if we can sweep them again. The difference is this year they have Steve Nash. They have no injuries. We're outscoring them. They're out-rebounding us. We're shooting better field goals, but not threes. Gortat. Glenn Robinson is a good three-point shooter. Rashard Lewis is a really good three-point shooter. Okur can shoot. Karolinko can as well. Daquan Cook doesn't play. Marbury is who Peyton's going to guard, I think. We'll see how that goes. Steve Nash. This is a really good team. Stevenson, Morning. Haslam. Rafe LaFrance. Fake guy. Okay, well, this is going to be interesting. I'm just going to sim it and see what happens. We did win by 10. We lost the fourth quarter and the first quarter. Nobody could score in the first quarter. But they only had 35 at halftime. Shaq and Howard, looks like they're able to dominate. Alonzo Mourning, Rafe LaFrance, I don't know who's starting at center for them. Chris Paul was not very good. Alright, Nash made 3 threes. Okur made 3 threes. Lewis only had 9 points. Big Dog only had 11. Nobody really took off. Marbury had 2 shot attempts. That's interesting. So I think I'm just going to sim it. And, well, let's see if there's any injuries first. No injuries, so let's just sim another one. We win again, this one by 30. Dwayne Wade and Shaq with 20. Howard and Shaq. Seems like their center position is not ready for Shaq and Dwight. Kobe was not good from downtown and barely got in double figures. Chris Paul's been really bad, so I'm going to give Peyton a couple of his minutes back, I think. Nash got 22. We held Marbury to 10. Shard again to 10, so just not the scoring that I thought they'd be getting out of some of these guys. did not foul very much. That's good. Let's go. Still no injuries. Let's give... Oh no. That's not my lineup. Well, hopefully that's not what they were doing. We're going to give Peyton those two back. And then I think we're going to give Kobe that one. Beautiful. All right, in Denver, we lose by 5. This is a defensive game. I didn't even get to 80 points. I don't know how many years it's been since that's happened. Glenn Robinson got 17 to lead the way. I don't really think it's anything defensively I need to worry about. We just needed to score. Kobe was 8 for 23. We got 24 turnovers. We were terrible from three-pointer. We did not shoot 50%. All right, well, let's go see if we should go 9-man now. Gortat got hurt. Who has been struggling in this series? 3 games. Kobe's only 40%. Chris Paul's been pretty bad. Roy's 80%. Smith. Well, it's hard to say. Unless Kobe's tired, which is possible. Is anybody tired? Well, Shaq isn't even tired, so there's no way. Well, I think we just hope that that was a bit of a fluke. Because I don't know what I would change. I'll simcast it. Up by 4. Okay, second quarter was beautiful. Third quarter is looking awful. We came back, though. Almost tied it up in the quarter. Alright, 23-point win is nice to see. Marbury got 20 in this one. Rashard Lewis, I'm waiting to go off for like a 25, 30-point game. It's just not happening. He averaged 18 in the season, but only 12.5 here in the playoffs. Not sure what's going on with that. Kobe with 32. Wade did not play all his minutes, and he didn't foul out, so it looks like D. Wade at least got hurt if he's not still. Which, if he's hurt, will probably hand off the MVP for sure to Kobe Bryant, it looks like. Let's go see. He has a deep right thigh bruise. He's down in a lot of things, including speed and acceleration, so he is not going to play. Let me do it here first. I don't know if it matters. We can either start Roy or Durant. They're the same overall. Roy has shot better and has played a year longer, and it will be easier to do minutes-wise, I think, if we start him. So that's what we'll do. And we'll see if we can go 9-man or if we need to have a 10th. Because Kobe's going to play here. Durant. We'll probably end up giving some small forward minutes to Josh Smith, because this is looking pretty random for Durant, and also probably don't need 36 minutes for Brandon Roy. If I give it there, though, that would let Aldridge play. Or we try to play Peyton more. But he's probably playing shooting guard. .23. I mean, he can probably play 32. But I think I'd rather have Josh Smith play some and then Aldridge play some. Because this is a ridiculous stretch here. Aldridge, Smith. How about that? That seems doable. Alright, so this is no D Wade. And go with that. Oh, then I need to load that over here for just this one game. There we go. Alright, that's correct. Correct. We're always up to 30 minutes. See how it goes. We will simcast and jump in if it looks like the Pacers are going to win. Well, if anything, or if nothing else, the Nuggets did do a better job because they won a game. We're up by 4 at the end of the first. We're up by 15 at halftime. Up by 24, I think. Alright, well, this is going to be it for the Nuggets. We'll jump in and watch the last, I guess, 40 seconds to see the celebration. We gotta do... I don't want to shoot free throws with Brandon Roy. It says he has 0 points. I doubt that.
And the free throw, no good.
Looks like we've got...
There's 38 seconds left in the game.
Bench players in. Not sure what this lineup is. Paul and Peyton.
Robinson down low. Aldridge on him. Robinson,
We
that's
got
good.
Big Dog still powering in for layups. Kobe's got 24. I'm pretty sure he's about to win another Finals MVP. Looks like Kevin Durant's ready to check in.
Yeah, they gotta be happy with the outcome.
Is this the last time we see Gary Payton on the floor? I hope so. I think at the very least he's done being a Pacer. He will be the last one to touch the ball here, as the Pacers win by 26 to win yet another championship.
All the travel, all the practices, all the meetings, all the games, wins and losses, the emotion, the exhaustion culminating into tonight.
Billy Cunningham shaking hands with his former point guard Steve Nash.
There's a level of accomplishment and excitement that really can't be matched.
Nash finds his way back into the finals.
Amazing to have accomplished this goal.
The celebration is here, and this place is going crazy. The bench loves it. The fans obviously overjoyed. This is one of those moments these players will never forget. Now, let's take you to the presentation of the Larry O'Brien Trophy. NBA Commissioner doing the honors.
One team has emerged victorious. The NBA champions.
Alright, we get the trophy handed to Billy. And then what I imagine will be Finals MVP Kobe Bryant.
And I believe this suitcase are yours.
Shaq is floating back there again to the right. Jumping on air.
You're Bill Russell, Finals MVP.
There we go. Nuggets got a game from him. Kobe is indeed the Finals MVP. Only averaged 20 points, which is about what he did in this season, but shot over 50% and 39 from downtown. Chris Paul had a nice game to finish off the finals. Shaq got a double-double. So in the playoffs, he averaged about what he did in the season. Shot a little better, though. Much better from the free throw line. Please say you're retiring. Still doesn't say he's retiring. He only shot 34% here in the playoffs. Brandon Roy was 4 for 17 in his start. That's pretty awful. So I guess made the wrong call there, but Durant was good. Alright, so let's get rid of that game plan and before I forget that it's there. And there we go. So that is, was that 15 in a row? Or 14? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh. 13 in a row for the Pacers. Back to back over the Nuggets. Good stuff. We'll get to, I might even get to the off season later today. We'll see how it goes. But I'll be curious to see if Gary Payton retires or not. But until next time, always appreciate you guys watching. Thanks again. Two Shack Redemption is out.